Welcome back. We're in a video series talking about 5 steps, the pre-planning checklist to help pastors begin to launch their capital campaign. Step 1 and 2, we laid the foundation. Now in step number 3, time to get into the details. In this video, we're talking about step number 3, which is adopting a God-sized vision for your church. So grab a pen, grab something to write on, or grab a laptop, notepad, and let's jump right in. Hey, what's up? This is David Cassie, and on this channel, we're all about helping you share the vision to help you raise maximum funds for your projects. Here in step 3, you're going to want to write some things down. We're going to ask you a bunch of questions that are going to help you form and zero in on the details that are going to help you lay out the foundation and the vision, the ministry vision for your church to move forward on. You know, I talk a lot about the phrase, dream it, do it. But it really is quite the thing to go from dreaming it. Everybody has a great time dreaming and thinking about all the possibilities. But then being able to go to the place of doing it is a whole different thing. So we like to take you from that big dream stage all the way through to the do it. So let's talk about the dream stage, all right? Literally, I believe that God is the creator of our imagination. He gives us creativity, allows us the ability to imagine what ifs, ask ourselves questions, think about that. And I believe if we're following God, we are going to be in a place where He's already put these things inside of us. And we're just going to be creating an opportunity for those things to come on out. So even though I'm walking you through this process, I'm asking you a series of questions, I do understand and know that there are bigger processes that are going to help walk you through putting together a church ministry plan and vision plan. I'm not telling you that this is going to be the place of that, but it's to get you started and walking through the steps you're going to need to develop your ministry plan. You know, one of the things we do here at my office, when we sit down to talk about vision and a creative what if strategy, we break out the chocolate. The reason we do, number one, we know chocolate increases our serotonin levels, which allows us to be more imaginative, creative, dreaming the possibilities, that kind of thing. Number two, who doesn't like chocolate, right? So break out the chocolate. Let's step into this process where we're going to ask the questions of what, why, who, when, and what does the future look like for our ministry. First up, your ministry vision should be able to answer these questions. Number one, what? What are we trying to accomplish? And I made a few notes here that I'm just going to suggest some ideas to you. You can look at these yourself. What are we trying to accomplish? So I just put the goal of the ministry is to lead people to a saving knowledge of Jesus Christ and help them grow in the faith so that they may become disciples who make disciples. Hey, this is pretty common among a lot of churches out there. We do work with churches all over the country, and they're all very similar. But they all do have their own unique values and things that they place in those. Number two is why. Why are we doing it? So I just put here mainly because we love, right? So we believe that Jesus has called us to share this hope, to love with others, and to be a light to the world. They will know us by the love that we have for one another. I think that's pretty solid stuff. Who are we doing it for? All right, so let's name these people. Are they kids, babies, teenagers, adults, seniors? Why are we doing this ministry for all these people, regardless of their age or background? Okay, who are we doing it for? When do we reach our goal? We need to quantify, put some goals out there for when do we say, yeah, we're reaching our goals. So we're talking about the community, the church itself, maybe the greater world and what you want to do in missions and things. But I want you to be specific, okay? We aim to achieve our goals through ongoing evangelism efforts. Maybe that's quarterly. Community service projects, maybe one a month. Building relationships with others in our church, of course, and in the broader community, such as city leaders, senior living, children's homes, things where you're going to reach out and you're truly going to have one-on-one ministry to people and make a difference in their lives. Then finally, talk about future plans for the ministry. You know, it's one thing to talk about where we've come from, go, wow, wasn't that great? But number two, look at and celebrate good things that are happening right now today. But what really excites people is when you start talking about the future. Where are we going? How are we going to get there? What does it look like? And so I want to encourage you to talk about the future plans for your ministry as well. They should include maybe facilities expansion where they're needed. expanding outreach programs to reach more people. We're going to have to increase funding to support existing ministries and develop new strategies to help achieve our goals. Maybe new goals that you have. We are committed to continuing this important work of sharing God's love with all those who are searching for meaning and purpose in their lives. So talk about the future plans for the ministry. Not just about buildings, but it is all about the ministry that's going to happen as a result of having those buildings and the means and all the things you're going to need to accomplish ministry for the kingdom. So that's what I'm talking about here. Getting together and adopting a God-sized vision. When you talk about your vision, I want you to be thinking about what you feel like you can accomplish. Then I want you to stretch beyond that. Let's go to the God-sized vision. Let's go beyond ourselves to go, oh, we're going to have to extend ourselves in faith. We're going to have to step out and go, yeah, it's going to take a little bit to go beyond and to see this thing. But I believe that as you do, that you're committing to a faith process, and God's going to honor that. He's going to have a hand of blessing on a ministry plan for your church. So adopt the God-sized vision. Make sure you're not dreaming so big that it's unattainable, okay, that it's like so daunting you don't even want to start. But make it a little uncomfortable, your natural thoughts. Again, that is part of adopting a God-sized vision. And make room for God to work. Give room for it to go, whew, a little uncomfortable, but man, we're trusting God. Because I think when you're at that place, putting yourself in a place where God can move and do some incredible things. Now it's time to go to the next step. So next up is step 4, which is really about counting the cost. We've talked about adopting this God-sized vision. You're going to learn about your ability to give and for the church to fund the vision, the ministry plan. At the same time, allowing room for what I call the God factor. This is that beyond, you don't know what's going to happen, but there's always something that happens. Through a capital campaign or a giving initiative, you just look at it and point to it and go, man, God had his hand on that. You can click or tap on the screen and to watch the next video. Otherwise, you can watch another video from our library. If you got value from this content and you want more, just like and subscribe and we'll make sure we keep those videos coming to you. Remember, dream it, do it, and I'll see you in the next video.